Hello, welcome to the next vlog. This time I actually had a recent question about why I wasn't applying for dual citizenship between Germany and the US. And I thought that was a great question, and there are definitely some reasons. So I thought I'd share. The short answer is I am not eligible for dual citizenship. There are people who are, I am not. What can you do? However, a lot of people have this idea in their head that anyone can be a dual citizen and all you have to do is apply for it. That is not the case. I wanted to share the times when it is possible to be a dual citizen between Germany and the US. So, for example, my children are dual citizens. Why are they dual citizens? Well, I am a citizen of the United States and I lived there the majority of my life until I was an adult, which means that I am also eligible to pass on my citizenship even if I'm living outside the United States. By the way, there's a rule on that, and I will just briefly mention it, and that is you can pass on your citizenship if you are a legal citizen of that country and you have lived there and actually lived there, were registered there, and can prove it for at least 5 years. That is the rule. So then you can pass on your citizenship to the next generation. So I am passing on my American citizenship to my children, and they have American citizenship from me. They were born in Germany. That does not guarantee them citizenship. However, their father is also a German citizen, and he's also lived here his entire life, which means that they inherited their German citizenship from their father. So, being a child of an American citizen and a German citizen, my children have dual citizenship. I'm struggling between the words citizen and citizenship today. For some reason, I'm getting them mixed up. We'll get through this. What other possibilities are there? There is a special rule in Germany that if you can prove that your ancestry is German to a certain extent, like they have certain rules on that, then you are offered German citizenship even if you are a citizen of another country. There we go. Okay, so I am going to read it off of the computer. It's over here. So, ethnic German repatriates and family members admitted with them acquire German citizenship when they are issued a repatriate's certificate in accordance with Section 7 of the Nationality Act. They do not have to give up their previous citizenship. If allowed by their country of origin, their children born in Germany then acquire at birth both German citizenship and that of their parents. I am not eligible for that because only a very small percentage of my ancestry is German, and it was too far back, and it wasn't enough of a percentage. So, hence why I am not eligible for that particular one. It's very cool that they have this repatriation possibility, and I'm just gonna look it up really quick, how far back it has to be, because mine is like my greats. And I think that's too far back. There we go. Ethnic German resettlers and their family members included in the admission notice acquire German citizenship when they are issued a certificate in accordance with Sections 15, 1 or 2 of the Federal Expellees Act. Naturalization on grounds of restitution of German citizenship. Persons who, between the 30th of January 1933 and the 8th of May 1945, in connection with persecution for the reasons listed in Article 116, Sentence 1 of the Basic Law, 1. Gave up or lost their German citizenship before 26 February 1955, 2. Were excluded from lawfully acquiring German citizenship through marriage, legitimization, or collective naturalization of ethnic Germans, 3. Were not naturalized upon application or were generally excluded from naturalization, which would otherwise have been possible upon application, or 4. Gave up or lost their ordinary residence in Germany if established before 30th of January 1933, or if they were children at the time after that date. So basically, people who were refugees from World War II. My family were not World War II refugees. They left the country in like 1870s or something like that. Hence why I am not eligible for that particular one. So back to the actual laws. So that one I am not eligible for. I have met two different people that I know personally who are German citizens because of that act. One of them lived in Russia and the other one lived in Brazil. World War II refugees, like their families were. Of course, they were not. But yeah, they are the like grandchildren or great grandchildren of that, probably grandchildren of those people. All right, now number 3, like part 3, I guess, is the part everyone thinks that it's obviously easy to get. In certain cases, German citizens may apply for dual nationality, allowing them to acquire foreign citizenship while retaining their German citizenship. So that does not at all apply to me. Why not? Because they're talking about German citizens leaving the country, going to another country, and being naturalized there. Certain countries allow them to have both. Not all countries do. The US is one of them. So, can I become a naturalized citizen without giving up my previous citizenship? Section 12 of the Nationality Act, as a rule, no. One aim of German nationality law is to avoid creating multiple nationality through naturalization as far as possible. However, there are exceptions for cases of special hardship. For more information, please contact your local naturalization authority. And I am going to look up this Section 12 of the Nationality Act. I think I have it open right now. Nationality Act. Yeah. Oh gosh. There's 12, 12A, and 12B. I hope I don't have to read the whole thing. Okay. Section 12. Naturalization accepting multiple nationality. Number 1. The condition stipulated in Section 10, Sentence 1, Number 4, is waived if the foreigner is unable to give up his or her previous citizenship or can do so only under very difficult conditions. I actually know somebody who had this happen. She was unable to give up her Ukrainian citizenship because apparently it's very difficult. It's not that hard to give up American, so it doesn't apply to me. This is to be assumed if 1. The law of the foreign state makes no provision for giving up its citizenship. 2. The foreign state regularly refuses to release its nationals from citizenship. 3. The foreign state has refused to release its nationals from citizenship for reasons beyond the foreigner's control, or attaches unreasonable conditions to release from citizenship, or has failed to decide with a reasonable time on the application for release from citizenship, which was submitted in due and complete form. Number 4, the subsequent multiple nationality represents the sole obstacle to the naturalization of older persons. Older persons, I wonder what the definition of older persons is. The process for release from citizenship entails unreasonable difficulties, and failure to grant naturalization would constitute a special hardship. Number 5, in giving up his or her foreign citizenship, the foreigner would incur substantial disadvantages beyond the loss of his or her civic rights, in particular, disadvantages of a financial or property-related nature. Or, number 6, the foreigner holds a travel document in accordance with Article 28 of the Convention relating to the status of refugees on the 28th of July, 1951. Federal Law Gazette, 1953, Section 2, page 559. Of course, I'm sure you're going to look it up. I'm just kidding. No. Number 2, the condition stipulated in Section 10, Sentence 1, Number 4, is further waived if the foreigner holds the citizenship of a member state of the European Union or Switzerland. The U.S. is not in the European Union, just in case you didn't know that. Number 3, further exemptions from the requirement of Section 10, Sentence 1, Number 4 may be granted under the terms of agreements under international law. That is not the case with the U.S. You know, what's funny is that if you go to like travel.gov, they actually say that you can become a dual citizen and be naturalized in another country. Yeah, which one? Because like what I've been reading, I haven't found a whole lot of countries that allow that. If you know of some, put them in the comments below. I would love to know what they are, but it's not Germany. Anyway, what's funny to me is that if you got a lawyer, I think you could argue some of these points and be like, hey, look, this is, my client should have dual citizenship because XYZ, and then might come up with a reason. But I honestly don't think I qualify. I do not qualify. Like, both of my parents were born in the US. I did not inherit dual citizenship from them. I had one citizenship from being born in the US and born to American parents. So I only have one citizenship. And when I become a naturalized German citizen, then I will have to give it up. It is a formality, but it is necessary, and it's necessary. I have to. So, as you're reading, there's just no getting around it, not for me. Now, if you qualify for any of the ones that I read, absolutely go for dual citizenship. It is just not possible for me. But thank you so much for the question, and I loved being able to discuss this and give you some more information on it. Oh, there's one more thing. Now, a lot of people, when I tell them that my children have dual citizenship, tell me, well, you do know that they have to choose one citizenship at age 18. No, they don't. And let me tell you why. So in Germany, they have this idea, like this was brought out a couple of years ago, and as a new law. And so when people heard this new law, they thought it just applied to everybody. So what it was is, here's the new law that came out a couple of years ago. If a child is born to non-German citizen parents and therefore has a citizenship that is not German, goes to school full-time through the whole school system for, like, I think a certain minimum, maybe 4 or 5 years in Germany, then they are granted German citizenship because they went through the school system. And then they, at age 18, have to choose if they want to remain a German citizen or if they want to keep their other citizenship that they have, whatever that may be. My children are not in this case, are not part of that, because that is an assumption that both of the child's parents are from outside of Germany, and neither one is a German citizen. My children inherited their American citizenship from me and their German citizenship from their father. Because their father is a German citizen, this does not apply to them. It does not apply to them. They don't have to choose. They can keep both citizenships for as long as they want to, for their entire lives. I hope they do, but we'll see what they decide, and whatever they do is, it's good with me. It's their life and their decisions. So anyway, I thought I would share some information on dual citizenship. These are some very common misconceptions that I get, and also a lot of questions that I get. So I hope that cleared up some things for you, and I'll see you in the next vlog.